Talk about Pi Network, a crypto project with over 60 million downloads and 19 million verified users. These users, called pioneers, mine Pi by simply tapping a button on their phones. Pi's mission? Make crypto accessible to everyone, no technical expertise required. For over 6 years, Pi operated in an enclosed mainnet phase. Users could mine and interact, but not sell their coins. This built a massive dedicated community, all waiting for the day Pi would hit the open market. Pi's huge user base is both its greatest strength and its biggest challenge. Millions are invested in its success, creating a powerful network effect. But managing the hopes of 19 million people is no small feat. Every decision is scrutinized, every delay questioned. The pressure is immense. One misstep affects a global community. Still, Pi's potential for mass adoption is unmatched in the crypto world. It's like launching a store where everyone already has your loyalty card, just waiting for the doors to open. The real test? Delivering on the promise and turning anticipation into real-world value. Pi's journey is about more than hype. It's about building a digital economy for the masses. And now, the world is watching to see if they can pull it off. The next step for Pi was always a decentralized exchange, a DEX. Think of it as a global peer-to-peer marketplace for digital tokens built on the Pi blockchain. The DEX would let users finally trade their mined Pi and discover new projects. It promised to be the economic engine of the Pi ecosystem, providing liquidity and opportunity. Developers could launch tokens for their apps, and anyone could invest using Pi. The technology was ready, the community was eager. The DEX launch was set to be Pi's big moment, unlocking real value for millions. But just as the stage was set, Pi made a surprising move. Instead of opening the floodgates, they hit pause. The reason? They wanted to do things differently. And that decision changed everything. Pi's core team delayed the DEX launch to focus on real utility, not speculation. They didn't want a marketplace flooded with worthless tokens and wild price swings. Instead, they chose to curate projects with genuine use cases, apps, services, and products with real value. It's like building a city with solid infrastructure before selling the land. This approach aims to attract builders, not just speculators. The goal: a sustainable ecosystem, not a casino. Pi is learning from crypto's past mistakes, avoiding pump and dump chaos. By prioritizing quality over hype, they hope to create a thriving, resilient economy. It's a slower path, but one designed to last. The team is betting that real-world utility will drive long-term success, and they're determined not to repeat the errors of the past. To understand Pi's caution, look at its own roller coaster history. When Pi's mainnet went live in February 2025, excitement exploded. The PI token hit $2.99 with a $25 billion valuation. Overnight, Pi was a top crypto project. Early pioneers felt vindicated. Years of mining finally paid off, at least on paper. But the euphoria didn't last. Within months, the price crashed by over 95%, dropping to just 17 cents. Why? A flood of unlocked tokens hit the market, but there was little real-world use for PI. Early holders cashed out, and demand couldn't keep up. The lack of top-tier exchange listings didn't help. Pi went from crypto darling to cautionary tale almost overnight. The lesson was clear: hype without substance is a recipe for disaster. The crash forced the team to rethink everything. Now they're determined to build real value before opening the doors again. It's a hard-earned lesson shaping every decision Pi makes today. Pi's price collapse was a wake-up call. Listing a token before building its ecosystem is risky. With millions of tokens unlocked and few ways to use them, selling overwhelmed demand. The result? A one-sided market and a brutal crash. It's like selling concert tickets before booking the band. Eventually, people realize there's no show. That's why Pi is delaying the DEX and focusing on utility first. They want every token listed to represent a real project or service, not just speculation. This approach protects users from pump and dump cycles and builds trust. The team is signaling maturity. No more chasing hype, just building substance. If successful, Pi's DEX will be a marketplace for real innovation, not empty promises. It's a shift from quick wins to lasting value. The community's patience now is an investment in a stronger future, and the team is determined not to repeat past mistakes. Instead of opening the DEX to speculation, Pi is building a foundation for real innovation. They launched Pi App Studio and released developer tools, making it easy to build on the network. Hackathons and developer challenges are bringing fresh ideas and talent. The biggest move? Pi Network Ventures, a $100 million fund to back startups building in the Pi ecosystem. This fund invests directly in promising projects, fueling a cycle of growth and utility. Developers get support, funding, and a ready-made user base. The goal: a curated garden of useful apps, not a field of meme coins. By the time the DEX opens, Pi wants a marketplace filled with high-quality, vetted projects. This strategy creates a safer, more interesting environment for users. It's about building a real digital economy, not just chasing the next hype cycle. Pi is moving from chaos to curation, one project at a time. And that's how they plan to make the ecosystem thrive. Pi isn't just supporting developers, it's making major technical upgrades. Smart contracts are coming soon, unlocking decentralized finance and advanced apps. The network is now ISO 2022 compliant, bridging crypto with global banking standards. This opens doors for real-world payments and seamless bank integration. In March 2026, Pi secured a listing on Kraken, a top US regulated exchange. Kraken's strict standards give Pi legitimacy and access to US investors. These milestones, smart contracts, banking compliance, and major exchange listings, show Pi is maturing fast. A recent audit confirmed the network's technical strength and security. Pi is evolving from a simple mining app to a robust, globally connected platform. It's now positioned to compete with the biggest names in crypto. These upgrades aren't just technical, they're strategic moves for mass adoption. Pi is pulling up a chair at the grown-up table of global finance, and the world is starting to take notice. All these efforts point to one goal: real-world utility. Pi's value isn't about hype, it's about what you can actually do with the token. The team is building a circular economy where users can earn, spend, and transact with Pi. Initiatives like PiFest and Pi Today encourage real-world transactions and community engagement. .pi web domains help projects build strong brand identities within the ecosystem. Unlike most crypto projects, Pi built its community first, then its tech, and now its use cases. The focus is on utility before speculation. If people use Pi for real goods and services, its value will be tied to a real digital economy. That's the holy grail for any crypto project. Pi isn't just building a token, they're building a digital nation. What does all this mean for Pi's future? It means they're playing the long game. The DEX delay and focus on utility reject the get-rich-quick mentality. Pi's team has learned from past mistakes. Real value takes time to build. Recent price stability shows the market is starting to appreciate this approach. Analysts predict growth based on real milestones, not hype. For Pi's millions of users, patience is key. The cautious strategy protects their investment and builds a safer ecosystem. Pi is moving away from crypto's when Lambo culture to a focus on real construction. Building something that lasts takes time, but that's exactly what Pi is aiming for. In the end, Pi's story is about building a foundation for the next era of crypto, one brick at a time.